Hey everyone, Merry Meet. This is day 16, yes, of 30 days of Samhain crafting. Sorry about that brain freeze. Tonight I'm crafting a outdoor candle for my matron goddess Hel. Earlier, I did make a video for making a candle for my patron god Carnunos. That is what it looks like. And now I need to make one for Hel as well. So far what I have in here is I have an incense blend which I made for her early on in my practice. It was a 9 herbal blend of powdered yew, juniper wood, juniper berries, jasmine flowers, white roses, mullein leaf, mugwort, apples, and oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Elderflowers. That was it. So that was in the incense blend, and then I also added some of my black ancestor salt, which I've made in a previous video as well. And then I added a bit of my goddess offering candle, or goddess offering oil, which I made a while back. I call it my wolf oil. My totem spirit is a wolf, and a wolf totem is also very much a crone totem, and also relates very heavily with Hel herself. So it made sense when making an offering oil for my matron goddess, who is a crone goddess for all intents and purposes. I name it after my own totem, since that's who it is representing. I did add 3 more apple slices for Maiden Mother Crone, just because apples are so sacred to Hel. There are a few stories of her talking about where she planted and grew an orchard in Helheim to feed the dead whom she cares for, and apples are seen as the food of the dead. Some refer to Samhain as the Feast of Apples, so it makes sense there as well. As far as that, I did add some glitter to Carnunos's candle, and although every time I try to shake it up so I can see that that glitter, it never really surfaces, so I kind of make the joke of he apparently did not want me to put glitter in there. I am going to put some glitter in Hel's as well, simply because for no other reason. I want to keep it as equal as possible. Just struggling to... Oh my goodness gracious. There it is. In trying to open up the glitter, I spilled my carnelian chips all over the floor. Brilliant. So I'm going to add some white glitter. Many relate Hel's colors as white and black, since she is half maiden, half crone in many depictions. I like it because it really shows the balance, which is truly what she represents to me. So I've got some white glitter. I'm going to put in some black glitter. And I would be tempted to put in some red glitter, because every correspondence I've read of her when it comes to color has been white, black, white, black, white, black. That is what they associate with her. A lot of times silver gets lumped in there as well, because silver is very much a color for the goddess in general. But I've come to really relate red to Hel as well. Red is, I mean, I guess you could look at it as being representative of lifeblood, if you go that route. It is also the color of passion and love, which, although she's very quiet, very still, very reserved, I have seen her get and felt her get impassioned about things. So I do see that within her, although she may not always jump out at you as that type of a goddess. She's not like the Morrigan, from what I've heard, or Freya, or Hera, or Aphrodite, but that's usually a different kind of passion. Certainly not like Holly. But she has that capacity, especially when it comes to, I've found, when you are resisting the acceptance of both sides of things, that everything has its duality. When you try to say, no, it doesn't, that frustrates her greatly, I think. But red, I mean, as more of a perhaps superficial, I don't see it as superficial, but I could see someone being like, that's a little too easy, Anna. Apples are red, and I just, it every time it comes to this season, or the symbolism behind them, it just speaks to me so much about her, and I just, for some reason, red for me is very much a correspondence to her. So I'm going to add just a splattering of glitter in that way, and that looks a little chintzy. I'm hoping once I shake it up it won't be so bad, because that looks a bit high school prom-ish. I just want a little pretty. So that is what we have. And I'm actually okay with it. It actually looks very, very earthy to me. Oh, I did put also 3 sage leaves in there. I wanted a little extra protection, but more of a peaceful protection. Not so much an in-your-face type of a deal, but more of a gentle protection with her. I don't know why. With her, I tend to seek a bit more protection when working with her, whereas Cernunnos, not so much. And I'm not sure why that is, because Cernunnos is also an underworld deity. He actually, in Celtic tradition, I believe, as the horned god, he does lead the wild hunt, whereas in Norse mythology, I believe it's Odin. Freya, I think, has, as I think sometimes I've read Frigg has on a couple of occasions as well. Somewhere in my mind, I have it that Hel has led the wild hunt in Nordic tradition, but I don't know if that's correct, or if it's just something that I thought would make sense to me. So, but at any rate, certainly both deities, I always have my protection in there, but for some reason with her, I just felt called to put in a little extra in there. Now I'm going to put my crystal chips that I've been using for my Samhain crafts. I'm going to be using onyx, an onyx chip for the lady, a carnelian chip for the Lord, and amethyst for the good folk. And then the 3 apples, in Cernunnos's candle, I put 3 star anise, or did I put 4 star anise? No, I put 3 in there. Okay, good. Just checking. I put 3 star anise in there. And I've done the same with the apple slices in this one. So again, just trying to keep things balanced. And then tie that off. And as you can see through here, that is the little I can't say necessarily sigil because it doesn't spell out anything. It just represents, it's for hell, H-E-L. You get rid of the E because it's a vowel, so you have the H and the L. And then I added a couple of Helgas, which is her symbol, or Nordic rune, sacred Nordic rune, for hail. It represents a natural destruction, which could be quite severe, quite painful, but in the end, the emotion behind it is great destruction, so that new life can come through, or a new beginning can come through. So I included a couple of those on there, and then the goddess symbol, I have a waxing crescent, and then in between the H and the L, I don't know if it'll focus. Not so much. It's focusing on the glitter. There we go. Kind of, sort of. That's actually probably not the best one. That's a better view of it. No, that's not all that great either. But anyway, between the H and the L, I've got a full moon, and half of it is darkened. The other half is left open. That is very much a symbol for hell, in my opinion. The half in darkness, half in life. Again, kind of establishing that maiden crone aspect that she has. And then I also have the waning crescent. And then on the sides, that's probably a better view of it, you have the goddess, the triple goddess symbol. One of the moons in the center is open, while the other moon is darkened. So again, just kind of giving a nod to that balance. And I have the same little thing on top. So yeah, that is my goddess candle that I will leave outside on Samhain night. It is an LED battery operated candle. I know that might not be very magical to some, but for me, I'd rather put something out to honor her, and know that it's not going to burn anything down or cause any issues. It will just sit and do honor to her and respect to her, and in the same breath, be very safe. So yeah, so that is my craft for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's about all I got for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Blessed be. Have a good one. Bye.